Hello, welcome to the stream. Playing some Resident Evil Remaster today. Not remaster, well, I guess it is a remaster actually. A remaster of a remake. Up until... Hey Janie, how are you? Welcome to the stream, I hope you're doing well. Up until recently, I didn't even know this game... Oh, okay. Let me start from the beginning. I loved the original Resident Evil game on the PS1 to bits. The original 3 Resident Evils on the PS1 are 3 of my favourite games on that system. And when this game was released, I knew it was released. I've known about this game for a very long time. But I always assumed that it was just a remaster of the original PS1 game. And nothing more. And I looked through screenshots of it and I thought, well, I still kind of prefer the way the original game looks. So I just kind of skipped over it. But then I've recently discovered that there was actually a GameCube version of the original Resident Evil that was actually a remake of the PS1 game, and this is based off of that, which has now made this game way more interesting to me. Hey Pancakes! How are you? Welcome into the stream. I hope you're doing well. So yeah, that's that's where I am now. Mercury, welcome, welcome. Today's my Friday because I have tomorrow off. Yay! I'm glad you've got tomorrow off, Pancakes. David, welcome. Yeah, remake. When I found out that this is actually a remaster of a game that I'd not played before, I was like, okay, I need to try this now. That's too complicated for me. So, yeah, just to quickly recap, yes, loved the PS1 games to death. Knew this existed for a long time, but I always assumed it was a remaster of the PS1 games with new visuals. Saw the screenshots, kind of thought to myself, I still kind of prefer the way the original PS1 game looked. So I sort of skipped it and never really looked more into it. Recently discovered that there was a GameCube version of Resident Evil that was a remake of the original game with new content and stuff like that, which is what this is based off of, which has made me infinitely more interested in trying this game out. Hence why I'm playing it today. So let's get started. I have played it briefly just to check to see that it runs okay on my machine, because my machine's a bit of an old one, and it seems to be fine. So yeah, let's begin.
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it in wide. Controls. Oh. Family Guy, welcome. How are you? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. I wonder what the alternate controls are. David, you're so excited. I know that you're a big fan of the Resident Evil games. I'll keep the subtitles on. I'll keep the controls as original for now, I guess. Unless I could just test them out in game and change later. Original are the tank controls. Alternate is where you can roam a bit more freely. Maybe I should try the alternate. It's been a long time since I've played the original games, so maybe getting used to tank controls again might be a bit difficult. So maybe I will try the alternate controls instead. Okay, how do you like your games? I like climbing a mountain, fulfilling, but takes a lot of work. I like going on a hike, good exercise, but not too strenuous. Like taking a walk, you can relax and enjoy yourself. Well, in real life, it's like 4. I just sit on my ass and do nothing. Pancakes gets it. But I guess in video games, I'm guessing 2 is normal difficulty. I'm guessing that's why it's asking me. I'm guessing it's basically hard, normal, or easy. I guess I'll just stick with normal. Like going on a hike, good exercise, but not too strenuous. I might end up living to regret that. Well, there's like 2 versions of each character as well. If I remember rightly from the original PS1 game, it's been a long time since I've played it, but isn't one character's story supposed to be a bit easier than the other? But I can't remember which one's which. My understanding of this franchise is that it's that 2 hard difficulties are mega hardcore. Also, Jill has more inventory slots. Chris has the lighter. I sort of remember it being easier. Oh, Jill gets a lockpick. Of course she does. She's the master of unlocking, after all. I'm sort of leaning towards Jill, if I'm honest. Whenever I played the games on PS1, I always preferred playing Jill over Chris. I just thought she was just more, I don't know, interesting. While Chris just seemed a bit. You know my answer. Oh, I know exactly what your answer is, David. I know you want me to play Jill. Is there a difference between the 2 different versions of Jill, or is it just the way she looks? Like, does she play any differently, or is it just, oh, this is a more updated version of Jill, and this is more how she looks in the original game? I'm guessing that it's just looks, but I'm not 100% sure. Nope, cosmetics. That's a Resident Evil 5 outfit. Ah, gotcha. But I think I want to go with the original. I like the beret. Okay. Let's start! Yeah, I like the original too. The beret. It's iconic. It's well, in my opinion, it's Jill's best
Alpha flying around the forest zone, situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo team, who disappeared during the middle of their mission.
Found it yet?
No, not yet, Brad. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. The Bravo team was sent in to investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Bravo team's helicopter was a derelict. Save for the remaining body of Kevin. We continued our search for the other members, and it turned into a nightmare.
I'm not ignoring anyone, it's just that I'm reluctant to speak over the cutscene. is about as good as I am.
Hey, Brad! Where the hell's he going? Chris, this way. Damn it! Make for that mansion!
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
What is this place?
He has cute ears.
Not quite your ordinary house, that's for sure.
Hey, Wesker, where's Chris?
Jill, no. You don't want to go back out there.
But we've got to find...
What was that?
Chris?
No.
Jill, go and investigate.
I'm going with her. Chris and I go back a long way.
All right. You two go. I'll secure this area.
Stay sharp. A dining room.
Okay, I can finally talk now. Let's quickly catch up with what people have been saying. Yes, the beret is iconic. I absolutely agree. I've watched this opening sequence so many times that I've got it memorized. That's the first time I've ever seen it, actually. So when I tested the game out just now, I skipped it. So she's a bad shot. Seems that way, but her aim will not be improved once I get a hold of her, unfortunately. This music in this game is so good. I blame nerves. Yeah, she couldn't possibly be that bad, right? Right? Maybe like, I don't want to kill the guy under those hellhounds. Maybe. In fact, if it was me shooting, that's probably what would have happened with me, honestly. My favourite version of Chris, he has cute ears, isn't bizarrely beefed out. I can't say I've ever noticed someone's ears before. Okay. Which one's Chris? Chris is the other character that I could have chosen at the beginning. Ink ribbon. I definitely want to take as much of that as possible. Okay. Should I be using the... Wow. I'm not used to playing a Resident Evil game without tank controls, actually. It's a weird slowdown here. That's strange. Is that my machine? When the two have run each other through, the path to your destiny will open.
I think you'd better take a look at this.
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Let's just hope it's not Chris's.
I vaguely remember the story of this game, but I'm not gonna say anything for anybody new that's watching. By just slurping down old blood, the freak. Old typewriter. Old typewriter. You can save your progress. Nah, I'm not gonna waste ink ribbon this early on. So assuming that if I did die now, I'd like to think I could just skip the cutscene and get back here pretty quickly. Okay, through the door we go. In RE you use consume item to save, right? Yes. The ink ribbons are what you use to have to save. Which is why you have to be very cautious not to oversave. Yep, they're limited though. If I remember rightly, you can... No! No! Oh my god, I'm so bad! Okay. I can't lie, I'm just... Oh, is it still alive? First kills are special. I can't lie. I'm it's gonna be good. I never played this, but played Silent Hill, the original, and was awful at the aiming. Yeah, and so far I'm not doing any. But I'm probably not doing any better than you would. I think part of the problem that I'm having is that my brain is still thinking that it's tank controls. But I do know that these controls will be better once I thought I'd struggle to get used to going back to tank controls. But my brain sees Resident Evil, it's like, oh, it must be tank controls. This one auto locks at least initially. I use it to test a room to see if there are enemies first. Interesting. Corpse of your comrade, Kenneth. Looks like he's holding something. It's a pretty good tip. I have to do that every time. I'm going to be doing that every time I enter a room now. Just getting my gun out. It's the film that belonged to Kenneth. I need a video player to see what's recorded on it. Okay, okay. How do I open my inventory? Oh, triangle, okay. Still fine, which is good. Honestly, kind of worried that I wouldn't be. Let's have a look at my map. Okay. Better report back to Wesker. Alright. I remember there being a puzzle where you have to like push something off the balcony.
Barry!
What is it?
Look out! It's a monster!
I killed it!
Let me take care of it. What the hell is this thing?
I found Kenneth killed by this thing. Let's report this to Wesker.
You know, I always find it funny how zombies are so prevalent in media and stuff, but that when people in like movies and video games and stuff meet a zombies. Like, what is this? What is? I've never seen anything like this before. What could this possibly be? Did I just hear another zombie?
Wesker! Jill, help me look for him. But let's not leave this hall.
Good idea.
Help me look for him, but let's not leave the only room that we're currently inside of. Right, yeah. Oh, it's a reanimated human. Got it. I don't remember this area. I don't remember there being an underground part there.
Barry.
Any luck, Jill?
No, nothing. What's going on around here? I can't figure it out.
Same here.
Chris, and now Wesker.
There's not much we can do. We can search for him separately. I'll investigate the dining room again.
Okay, then. I'll try the door on the other side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could easily get lost. Let's start from the first floor.
Okay.
Oh, I almost forgot. It's a lockpick. You'd make better use of it.
Ah, where's the master unlocking line?
Thanks. I may need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. Got it?
Okay.
Does that mean I'm also not going to become nearly a Jill sandwich as well later? Guessing by opposite door, she meant this one? Woman drawing water. They redid the dialogue. The new Jill sandwich line is creepy. Oh no. That should be interesting. Well, there's something in there. You know what? It's been such a long time since I played the original game. I can't remember these puzzles at all. No, that's not what I meant to do. Can I not? No, get back down. Can I not, like, pull it? I thought I could. This weird slowdown. I don't know what's happening. Will you take the dagger? Yes. Emergency evade. Using defensive items such as daggers will allow you to escape momentarily when grabbed by an enemy. However, you will not be able to escape when the enemy grabs you from behind. To equip a defensive item, go to the status screen and then select an item from the defensive item menu. So that's the equip command. If your defensive item mode is set to manual in the controller settings, you must press LB to use the defensive item. Is it set to manual? I have no idea. So it's already equipped. Okay, what's that then? So I'm guessing this is like the Resident Evil 2 remake, where it will eventually break. Uh-oh. Okay, get away from me. Get away from me. LB? LB? There we go. Can't I get the... Oh, it's a one-time use thing. Interesting. They don't break. You collect more as you go along, but they are limited. Yeah. I'm guessing the game expected me to use it there, because I don't really know how I could have gotten out of that situation without getting hit. So I reckon that was meant to be a small tutorial. Push that back. Just in case it's still alive. I could have sworn. Maybe I feel like I'm supposed to push this. No, not like that. Maybe if I go... It's locked. The emblem of a sword is carved into the lock. Okay. There aren't any more rooms in here, are there? Is there a quick button to bring up the map? Oh yeah, there is. Okay, yeah, that's the only room there is in here. I'll never not be able to enter a room now without drawing my gun. That's as he told me that. Locked. An emblem of a helmet is carved into the lock. Okay, okay. What other rooms are there in this? Barry said to stay on the first floor, but I don't know where else we could possibly go down here. As I am supposed to get that item from that vase somehow. Locked, an emblem of a sword. Okay, so I need to definitely to find the sword emblem. Locked, emblem of armor is carved into the lock. Can't make anything out through the darkness and fog. I'll warn you now. You're not going to be seeing like pro level gameplay, because as much as I like the Resident Evil games, I'm not particularly convinced that I'm good at them. Okay. Definitely. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. Maybe it was a mistake to kill that zombie. Oh, I'm just excited to see who plays. Oh, I appreciate it. I'm gonna have to try and do this puzzle while these zombies up here. Okay. I remember this. There we go. I knew that I had to push something from that balcony. This door's locked, isn't it? Yeah, it's locked. Sword. What's this one? Locked from the other side. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a dagger! I'll take it, I'll take it. Okay. I'm guessing now I just need to go down. I'm going around the long way. I don't know why I'm going around this way. I don't know why I went round that way. I just went down the long way to go back downstairs. Okay, I need to pick up whatever that statue was holding. I'm hoping it's one of the emblems that I can use to unlock one of the doors. Which side was it on? It was down here, wasn't it? Yeah. Maybe even worth saving it now, actually. We're going to take the blue gemstone. I will. Blue gemstone. I think I'm gonna save it now. I think I've progressed far enough for it to be worth saving. You have to bear with me when it comes to the puzzles. Because while I have played the original PS1 game quite a few times, it has been a long time since my last playthrough. So I can't quite remember all of them. I've got a feeling this blue gemstone might have something to do with the statue in here. Woman drawing water. Or maybe not. Does it seem to be any weight? Oh, here we go. There we go. I had a feeling this is what you were meant to do, but I wasn't 100% sure how to get behind the drawers to push it this way. Okay, that looks like it's in a good position. There's a map of the mansion first floor. Yay, box pushing simulator. It's like Tomb Raider all over again. Take it, yes. Oh my goodness. That lower bit that I saw before, in here, I'm guessing that leads to here. I do not remember that in the original PS1 game at all. So I'm guessing that's new. It must be. Because I don't remember that at all. Looks like there's a room here as well, actually. You got the map of the mansion first floor. Cool. According to the map, there's a room behind this painting. An era picture of the mansion. Yeah. Okay, so I've got the map. Haven't found any emblems yet. The only place I can think of to go is through the dining hall again. Because every other door that I know of is locked. A bit like on edge. Is that a part of me is like, oh god, something's gonna jump out and like jump scare me at any second. Knowing that they've added new stuff into this game makes me a bit nervous. Okay. Guessing I can do a bit more exploring here now. Oops. Oh, well, bullets. Definitely need those. I definitely will. If this zombie doesn't come to life, I'll be super surprised. There's a corpse collapsed on the floor like it was an instant death. What the hell happened in this mansion? I'd tell you, but that'd be a spoiler. I hope I find one of those inventory boxes soon. A large bird cage. There's a dead raven inside. So I'm running out of space. Combine. There we go. Still don't... Actually, maybe I need to examine it. Examine. Is there anything special about it? Does it look like it? Nope, it's just a blue gem. If I remember rightly, in the original game there's a zombie up here. Oh no, this isn't... Wow, my memory of the original game isn't as well as I thought it was. I thought that led to, like, a big balcony. I don't know if it's such a good idea to pick them both up. I'll leave you be for now. Let's see what's in this door. Okay. There's an inscription on the shield. Death is only the beginning. Well, I don't know about... Oh no, this doesn't look good. Oh, I don't like looks of this at all. It up from this side. I haven't seen someone place this fresh. I haven't seen someone place this fresh in literally over a decade, so this is wild. Someone place this fresh in literally over a decade, this is wild. Play? I haven't seen someone play this fresh in literally over a decade, so this is wild. Is this game really that old? Is this game over a decade old? Oh my god, I ignored it for that long. Thinking that it was just a remaster. May whoever takes this emblem find peace in death. Came out in 2001, 2002. Freaking hell! Are you talking about the GameCube version though? This is a HD remaster. Yeah. I can't believe I never knew that there was a GameCube version of this game. I can't believe I've gone 2 decades without ever knowing that. I knew about Resident Evil 0 on the GameCube. And I knew of this game, but I didn't realise it was based off of a GameCube game. Original is 1996. Oh yeah, I know the original PS1 version is old. But I didn't realise this remaster specifically was that old. So like the original of this is as old as like Pong was when we were kids. I've watched people replay this one, it's usually their 10 plus replay. So this is quite this must be quite strange to see someone play it for the first time, right? It's so strange to think about. But if you ever take this, find peace in death. Will you take the mansion key? I think I made the right choice. Oh no. Oh no. Why aren't I moving? What's happening? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. What do I do? Oh no, what do I do? Oh no! Oh no! Oh. It's like Shining Force almost never see someone playing it for the first time. You probably see me playing it for the first time eventually. Moonbeam Cheat was the first I'd seen like ever playing it French. Fresh. Why function? Or what function did they serve to this mansion? They are sadists. Yes, apparently so. Okay, lesson learned. Don't pick up that key this time. Oh my god. Fear can't kill you, but... David! You just watched me do that knowing full well what was going to happen as well. I thought I outsmarted it, but... I genuinely thought I outsmarted it by taking it from the other side. Okay. Have I still got the gem? I can't remember. Oh yeah, I did. I do. Okay, I think I can just keep going this way then. Could have sworn I saved it before getting the gem though. I genuinely thought I'd outsmarted it by picking it up from that side. I love that emote, and it'll always remind me of I don't care. Yeah, I like that emote too, Muttley. Who doesn't like Muttley? I don't care. I put that clip on TikTok last night. Well, yesterday evening, and I was still laughing at it just watching it back. Okay. Let's not go into the room with the spinning blades of death, shall we? You have to select items from the inventory before you can use them sometimes. So like, you need to position yourself in the right spot, go to the inventory, select to use the item, and then it should work. Oh. Gotcha. I don't care, rip. Oh, I can't think about that too much, otherwise I'll just end up having a laughing fit again. Okay. Surprised that zombie down there hasn't come to life yet, honestly. Okay. Let's not do that again. I couldn't see anything else to do in that room with the spinning blades of death. So I might just not go that way. I might leave the herbs here as well, actually, because I'm worried about inventory space. What the? He wasn't moving last time. Die! Please die! Dead? You dead? Yeah, he's dead, and I just wasted a bullet. Start from the other side. Oh, what's this? Will you take the golden arrow? I will. I have no idea what that's used for though. From the status screen, select an item and then select the examine command. The details of the item will be displayed. Okay. Ammo is scarce in this game, right? Yes. Yes. Which is something that I am very concerned about. Because I'm a terrible shot. I've mentioned this before. But when I played Resident Evil 2 Remake for the first time, I had to abandon it part way through because I'd used up too many bullets. So I got to a point where I was having to fight this boss with no bullets, and it was pretty much impossible. Oh, I don't know if it was impossible, to be fair. It may not have been impossible, but it was impossible for me. I see people who are playing the hardest difficulties in RE games fire too much, and the chat will say, "This save is unwinnable now, you need to reset." Oh god. Oh god, don't tell me that's possible even on this. I hope I'm not making any mistakes on this playthrough. Yeah, you have to know how to dodge like a master in those harder modes. I'm not going to run into that problem on this mode, I hope. Why did it tell me to examine this arrow? It doesn't seem to be anything particularly of interest. The arrowhead looks like it can be removed. Arrowhead. The arrowhead is made from peridot, sometimes referred to as a poor man's emerald. Okay. Is that the key to the floor thingy? Oh, in the spinning blades room. Maybe? I don't know if I dare risk it though. Oh, more bullets. Take them. Can't have too many bullets, so now I'm out of inventory space. I need to find one of those storage boxes. Box from the other side. Oh, you unlocked it! I won't ever backseat you, but if you genuinely ever need a hint, I can help you. Thank you, David. It's possible that that will happen. Oh, isn't this the dining room? Yeah, it is. Okay, so as far as I could tell, there is nothing in this room other than the blade of death. I'm guessing I must have to. I definitely need to pick that up eventually, but I'm not really sure how. This room is still locked, right? A little with a sword. Was there anything with like an emblem of an arrowhead? I don't remember there being an emblem of an arrowhead on anything. I know nothing, so my guesses are uninformed. My memory of this game is failing me. Plus, I'm not sure if the memories that I do have even apply to this game anymore, considering this is a remaster of a remake. Actually, can I go down here now? She didn't say this was locked. She just said that she needed to keep finding Wesker. So maybe I can go in here. What the heck is that? I wonder what's on the other side of this door. I don't know if I want to know. That's a whole new territory for me. So I'm like 99% sure that was not in the original game. The original PS1 game, at least. Oh no, I wanted to be downstairs. Why did I go back upstairs? I don't even know. I want to go back into the hallway to see if there's anywhere else I could go down there. From down here. We only really need to start worrying about where I need to go next weird slowdown on that screen. Very strange. Once I've checked every door, and I've not been down this way yet. Yeah, that's locked from the other side. That's locked. An emblem of armor. There's an elevator here. It doesn't look like you can access it from this floor. I don't understand why it keeps randomly slowing down. It's locked. Emblem of a sword. Okay. Where have I not been then? Where have I not been? There's a grey door there. Where is that? Unless that's the door where that moaning woman was on the other side. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. That's that door. So what's this door then? Okay. There's only 2 places I can go to now. And that's back into the sword spinny room and here. So let's check there first. So that's the least scary option of the 2. I've got a feeling I need to pick up that key and then do something before I end up getting killed. But I'm not really sure what that something is. Ordinarily, I would save before attempting it. But I don't know if I dare waste ink ribbons. Okay. So is it this? Oh my god! How many times did I run past that and I didn't even notice that it was a door? Okay. Some progress! You found it! Yay! I bet you were going crazy watching that. Like, how many times is he gonna run past that freaking door? I've got a horrible feeling it's gonna be dogs. There's just something about this area that just screams dogs to me. I don't remember this area as well, actually. Oh god. Nah, I love watching people figure stuff out in this game. Aww. You're gonna love this playthrough then, because that's... Can't carry any more items. I don't have a shotgun anyway. Because I'll probably be doing that for a long time. Some of these camera angles are cool. That's a really cool camera angle. A tomb engraved with the picture of an angel. There's an indentation in the ship about an hour ahead. Okay, okay. I'm getting somewhere. Use. Oh my god. The howling is sending like shivers down me. I'm so easily scared. I'm such a wuss. Oh my god, I don't remember any of this. Wow, they've added so much to this game. A stone statue with a hole where the eyes should be. A stone statue with holes where the eyes, nose, and mouth should be. A stone statue with a hole where the nose should be. A stone statue with a hole where the mouth should be. Okay. The chain is moving. Where could it lead? Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Yeah. But do I literally have to find eyes? Or is it like... I wonder if I could put my gem in one of these. Let's have a look. Probably not. Not necessary to use this now. No. I don't think I actually properly... I don't think I checked this when examining it before. It's beautifully cut and polished. Oh. That wasn't particularly useful. What is that? I don't like the looks of it. Well, I know what it is, but I don't like the looks of it. A book is fitted perfectly in the indentation. Will you take the Book of Curses? Oh god. Oh god. This doesn't look good at all. Yes? Now run! I'm using tilt controls. I honestly was expecting that coughing to like crush me or something, or attempt to. If I had a mansion, I would totally design wild shit like this to use myself. Okay, so mental note. If David ever makes it big... Oh, no. Sorry, correction. When David makes it big on Twitch and gets a lot of money, do not visit him in his mansion. So, Book of Evil stuff. The movies treat this very scientifically. Is the story of the games more voodoo and evil magics? Not really. At least not in the original game, anyway. In my Twitch mansion money. Yes, they're both based in Christian fundamentals. I don't remember there being any of that in the original game, though. I'll be honest. Maybe there was? In the PS1 game? But I don't remember it at the very least. Let's examine this, actually. I forgot to do that. Check. It's titled Book of Curses. Well, that's useful. That's very useful. Can you not, like, open it? I feel like I should be able to open it. Oh! There's a key embedded on the back cover! Will you remove it? I did something! You got the mansion key. Oh, now it lets me open it. Book of Curses. The Four Masks. I did something! Yay! Scientific, though it doesn't adhere to true science stuff. Yeah, that's probably more accurate. It's like the science version of like voodoo and magic and stuff. A mask that speaks no evil, a mask that smells no evil, a mask that sees no evil, a mask that cannot speak, smell, or see evil. When all four fall into place, evil will awaken. So I'm guessing I'm looking for masks. Evil will awaken. That coffin. Oh god. Oh god. Is that from the other side? Oh, is that it? Oh, I am surprised. I thought there'd be more to this area than that. Mansion key. Well, there are a lot of doors that need to be unlocked, but most of them need an emblem of some kind. Trying to remember which ones just need ordinary keys is going to be tough. Guess I'll just have to check them one at a time. Let's have a look. Okay, so this door up here is locked. It's locked from the other side. Okay, so I can't do anything with that one. This one's locked. It's locked. Armor emblem. Can't do much with that one. Also, Jill has boob physics when she moves. I didn't know for like 50 years. And once I noticed, I was like, oh my god. Oh yeah. It's very subtle. But yeah, it's definitely there. Aha! Here we go. Magic key! Look at me making progress. Aim. I can't hear any zombies. They look so floaty. There doesn't seem to be anything useful here. There's nothing here but a bunch of knickknacks. It's locked. An emblem of armor is carved into the lock. I'm gonna have a right time remembering which doors I can unlock once I get one of these emblems. It's locked. An emblem of armor is carved into the lock. I probably should be making notes. What's this? Can't carry any more items. What the heck even is that? Looks like... It looks like a cupboard door or something. Door is locked from the other side. Okay. I'm glad to know that at least one of these doors opens. The only thing I would have added to this game is a clear indication on the map which keys go to which doors. Oh yeah, definitely. It's only a matter of time before I'm running around the map checking every door trying to find the one door that I can now unlock. Oh, I can't carry any more items. There has to be... Open journal. The pages are blank. What's that? Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'll be able to pick it up. You can also examine the keys. Oh yeah, I didn't... Oh god! Let's examine the key. Oh! Oh! Engraving of a sword! Oh my god, I just thought it was a generic key. So this key can unlock any door that had an emblem of a sword on it. And now it's been changed to the sword key. I need to get into the habit of examining every item that I pick up. I still haven't found use for that blue gemstone. Okay, I'm going to try and avoid killing things if I can. Mostly because I don't want to... Oh god. No! No! Is this a door with a room with a storage crate thing in it? I feel like it might be. Yes! My memories of the original games aren't completely gone. Ooh. Okay, what do I want to put away? Love me a save room. Me too. But I need more of them. Okay. I'll take the ink ribbon out, because I'm guessing it can just be stacked. Anyway, and I feel like it's always a good idea. Well, aren't most of the typewriters in these kind of rooms anyway, so maybe it's not necessary to carry my ink ribbon with me. I haven't found a use for the gemstone yet, so let's put that in storage. I feel like I don't really need to carry 2 green herbs around with me. Definitely need to keep... I feel like I need to keep everything else on me. Okay. What's this? It's like a flask. Fuel canteen. You can carry with you fuel to light a few times using a lighter. Okay, well that's going to come into... This music slaps. I don't know if it's music that you can really dance to though. It is good music though, it's relaxing. What have we got here? Special instructions for the disposal of dead bodies. We have new information regarding those beings. Why do they never call them zombies? I would dance to this, sure. This music comes on at a nightclub and they're like, oh yeah, love this, my favourite song, this. We have new... Oh, I've already read that. They may appear to be dead, but in fact they are able to come back to life. However, there are ways to prevent them from becoming active again. Currently, there are 2 known methods to cease their resurrection. Incineration, destruction of the head. If further methods are discovered, you will be notified immediately. Meanwhile, to those of you who still have the will to live, oil has been placed on the first floor of the mansion. Take as much as you need. You will need something to light it with, which you'll need to find by yourself. Is incineration really different than destruction from the head of the head? Well, it depends. Depends what part of the body is set on fire. But thinking about it, probably not. Because obviously, that's the way you set them on fire, so end up spreading eventually anyway. Okay. Does that mean that the zombies that I've killed can go back to life? I don't remember that being a thing though. Need the scientific method. In case a zombie, incinerate it all except the head. Yes. It's like shove the zombie's head in water and then just set it on fire and then just see his body on fire and just see what happens. Old typewriter. You can save your progress. I think I made enough progress for it to be worth saving now at this point. Basically, if you don't get a headshot on a zombie, it has a chance of coming back. Oh no! I do not remember that happening in the original game. Oh my god. Oh no. Okay. I feel like I can put this in there. And I feel like I could put that in there too. What's my health like? Caution. That means I'm still okay. Like, I'm not great, but I'm not really risk of death if I remember rightly. All boxes and step ladders lie neglected. Okay. I've got a feeling I should try and take out this zombie out here. It's a very annoying position. No. Oh my god, terrible. Oh no. I guess once it's been killed, I can't shoot it in the head afterwards. zombie down here? Or is that the zombie from upstairs that I'm hearing? The door dome looks like it's ready to fall apart. Go through anyway? Not yet. I should see where I am on the map. How did I get there again? Oh, yeah. I came out of here and there was a zombie there, so I ran down here. Yeah, I remember now. I guess I'll go through. I'm guessing it means that I can't come back. Well, I can come back. What? Doorknob looks like it's ready to fall apart. I don't understand. Why even tell me that if it doesn't impact anything? Unless I could only go through that door like a limited number of times. Oh my god, I could totally imagine this game doing that as well. What's through here? I'm avoiding zombies whenever I can. Oh god, I feel overwhelmed now. Like, so many doors that are accessible to me. Another knife. I hope these stack. Do they stack? Oh, they do. Thank goodness. More ink ribbons. We'll take them. Oops. Forgot to turn my phone on silent. There we go. This microphone picks up everything. I really need to get a better microphone. Picture stands and bronze statues. There's nothing of interest here. There are traces of something burnt here. An acrid smell permeates the air. Does my microphone pick up my typing much? I've wondered. No? I've never noticed your typing while I've been watching you pancakes. But I think my microphone is pretty good at only picking up the original sound from the front. Yeah, the only thing I ever heard through your microphone while I've been watching you is your voice and the neck cracking that one time where you forgot to mute the microphone. Yeah. It's not a big deal though. It's nothing to be ashamed of or embarrassed of. You haven't noticed, David? What, my microphone or pancakes? Yeah, my microphone. It's a good mic. It's a Blue Yeti. It's actually Mark's old microphone. It's the one that he used before he upgraded to the microphone that he is using now. And it's a good microphone. It's way better than what I was using before, which was just a headset, and my voice just sounds really muffled and horrible in it. So it's definitely out clearer, but every time I think mine is a Yeti Micro. Your microphone sounds pretty good, David. I use a Blue Yeti X. Love Ixion. Yeah. Shout out to Ixion. Actually, I don't know if I can. I might have to go to a splash screen to do this. Yeah. For some reason, if I click outside of the window, it minimizes it. And I don't know how comfortable I am with showing off my entire wallpaper. on Twitch. More to do with the fact that it's just a mess. My wallpaper, my desktop is a mess. But while I'm here, I just want to quickly shout out people in the chat. Yay, my new heart emotes. Mark actually made those for me, the hearts. I made the GG ones, but Mark actually made the hearts for me. Shout out to Pancakes. He's an amazing streamer. Please go and check him out. Shout out to David. Same. And he's an amazing streamer. Please check him out. And shout out to JT. Again, please check him out. Amazing streamer. All three of them, amazing streamers. Please check them out. Give them a follow. Send them some love. They deserve it. All three of them are amazing. And now I need to... Everything I said about David also plays. You're gonna remember that one forever, aren't you? Okay, how am I going to get the game back up without showing my desktop off? There we go. Oh, I just need to... Oops! No! No! Ah! Well, there you go. There's my desktop. all that effort to avoid showing it up, and I ended up showing it up anyway. Oh my god. I play on real hardware mostly because I don't want to show my streaming PC. I mean, there's nothing on there that I don't mind people seeing, honestly. Like, it's not like I've got anything to hide or anything like that. It's just embarrassing more than anything. Wallpaper's embarrassing. It's just a screenshot that I made of Guild Wars 2, my character in Guild Wars 2 that I haven't played in a long time, actually. It's a really old wallpaper. I've had it for ages. Shotgun. I don't think I've got anything to hide, but better safe than sorry. Oh yeah. Exactly. Same for me as well. I'm not implying that. I had to hop to feel like that's what I was implying. I'm on console, so I can avoid showing my desktop. Nothing to hide, but it makes me feel vulnerable all the same. Yeah, the same sort of thing. Like nothing. Exactly. Nothing to hide, but you still feel. It's embarrassing, you know. Like. Okay, so I got the shotgun. There was nothing else in there, really, was there? Why is this room flashing? They're already watching anyway. The FBI wants to see vulnerability. Oh, is it Jill sandwich time? It's Jill sandwich time. I can't actually remember how to get out.
What did I do now? Wesker! Barry! Help!
Jill, you in there?
Barry? Get me out of here! The door's jammed!
Stand back! Grab my
Oh my
hand.
god, come on! The transition. Low down at the bottom of the door like that.
Barry.
That was a close one. A second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Really?
What?
Thanks. But Barry, didn't you say you were going back to the dining room to find
You'd
other
have fit
clues?
nicely into
I'm
a
glad and all,
sandwich.
but why are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check. Anyway, we should get back to searching for Wesker and Chris.
Thanks, Barry. I owe you one.
Don't mention it.
You would fit nicely into a sandwich. It's so much worse. At least the Jill sandwich line was just playful. That side is like that line is it's like, okay, are you an actual cannibal? Okay. When I stream PC, it's retro games, and I have a second Windows 98 PC that I built. I'm trying to get a streaming PC ready for my so I can stream console games. Oh god. You would fit nicely into a sandwich. What the hell? Oh. Okay, let's keep on exploring. What a weird thing to say. As I said, like, at least the Jill sandwich line was a bit like cheeky, tongue-in-cheek, a bit of a joke. But that is just, yeah, that is way worse. It's full of dirty water. Remove the plug. Why have I got a feeling this might be a bad idea? Is there a zombie in the water? Of course there is. Right, it's like he wanted to make a sandwich of us, but couldn't really figure out how to do it well. Yeah. It's like it's always been in the back of his mind. Like, I won't mind a Jill sandwich. And he just let out his true feelings right there. Take the dagger. Just then when she threw up in the toilet, that wasn't the zombie. That was her realising just exactly what Barry just said to her. She's like, did Barry really just say that I would have fit nicely into a sandwich? I'm going to make a sandwich joke with Jill somehow. Damn it. Barry, this is your moment. Don't blow it. Yeah. You used the lockpick. Okay. Narrator. Barry blew it. Which door should I go into? I don't like choices. Let's go into this one. It didn't need to be unlocked. know why that makes you want to... Oh, is this that room where the dogs jump through the window? Yes, it is. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Get off me, get off me, get off me. Okay, I'm gonna have to use a health potion. A health potion. A green herb. Can I combine them? Still. Yeah. There we go. No! You dead? Okay. Oh. Various sculptures and bits of pottery. Use the sword key. Wait, was going through this corridor completely unnecessary? Oh, it was. It totally was. Why is that bowl still sparkling? Is there something else in there? Should I have examined it twice? I don't think you got the map again after you died. Oh! Of course! Of course, I didn't know, you're right. I forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. I still thought I had it. Okay, so where else is there to go? There's a room that I unlocked with the lockpick. So let's see what's in there. Hoping that these dogs can't come back to life. Oh, I can push this. Aha! That was just more luck than anything else. I wonder if I could push this one. No. Can I push this one? Oh yeah, I can. Maybe I have to push it the other way. What's that? Bullets. I need as many bullets as I can possibly get my hands on. Should I be thinking about saving it soon? I can't remember how many ink ribbons there generally are in this game. I don't want to end up getting to a position where when I run out. Oh, I hate being outside in this game. Oh god. Oh god. Oh. Okay, it's behind the fence. As long as it stays back there, we're good. I don't think they can get to me. Still plenty of kerosene left. Red herbs. What are red herbs used for now? I can't remember. There's blue herbs as well. One of them is for curing poison. I can't remember what the other one's for though. Or am I just making blue herbs up? Maybe blue herbs don't actually exist and I'm just making them up. Okay, more up anyway. What's this? A boiler, the humidity has caused it to rust. Maybe I need to get the that flask and fill it up and turn the boiler on, maybe? Where have I not been? Not been here. I guess I'll try there, see what's there. I really need to get back to the take the mouse off the screen. I really need to get back to oh, what's it called? The typewriter room, so I can drop off some items. I don't feel like I've done that much since I last saved it. You can combine herbs. You can't use red herbs on their own. They must be combined with at least one green herb. They're more powerful than green on their own, and they are blue herbs of poison. Yes. Thought so. Yeah, so the red herbs just make the green herbs more powerful. So I'm really better off combining with green herbs with red herbs rather than with each other, I'm guessing. Right, let's put that green herb away. I don't feel like I need the shotgun right now. Should I save? I've got 7 ink ribbons. No, I'm fine. I'll keep going. I'll keep going. Don't need to save just yet. Okay, where have I not been? I've not been... There's a room... Okay. You're doing really well. As always, just be mindful of your ammo. Yes, I'm trying to preserve ammo as much as I can. It's why I'm not it's why I've been avoiding some of the zombies. Oh no! The doorknob is broken, you can't pass through. Ah! Oh! It is limited. It is limited. Damn it. Thank you, David, though. I felt like I was doing quite badly, actually. Okay, well, there's only one way I can go, and that's up the stairs then now. And let's go this way, because it's locked. An emblem of armor is carved into the lock. Need to find more of these keys. Aha! Red herb. I feel like red herbs are good to have. I'll leave those 2 there for now. Oh, and hopefully I can remember where I've left herbs. So I feel like I'll need to go back to them eventually. An unlit fireplace. I don't think there's anything here that's all that interesting. A picture of a partly built mansion. It looks an awful lot like the one you're in now. It probably is the one that we're in now. Slot, an emblem of a helmet is carved into the lock. Okay. Okay. I feel like I've pretty much explored all there is to explore around this area then. I hope I can get past that zombie without having to shoot it. I don't like my chances though, with it being such a narrow corridor. But I'll give it a shot. No, 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 no! Why did she do that? I didn't ask her to. Is it dead? I think I must have that auto thing on that they mentioned in that defensive item auto. No, I'd rather have that manual. Okay. You unlocked it. I'm glad I could unlock that door actually, so otherwise killing that zombie would have been a complete waste. So where am I now? Oh, I'm just here. But I can pick this up though now. So I've got space for it. Will you take the wooden mount? Yes. Salmon. Aha! There's a paper attached on the inside. Nothing is written on it. Okay. I'll be honest, I have absolutely no idea what this could be used for. A wooden mount with paper on the inside? I can't even imagine what I could use that for. You need another item before you can use the board. Okay, that's good to know. Hopefully once I get whatever that other item is, it'll become more obvious. Okay, there was something in this room over here that I didn't pick up, so I didn't have space for it as well. I don't know what it was, but I remember this thing here. Yeah, dog whistle. Crumpled memo. Today, Sir Spencer told me to hide something where no one could find it. Well, I had this idea. I figured if I could somehow have it protected by a dangerous animal like the vicious canine that lives here, no one would be able to get near it. As far as I can tell, the one is always hanging around the second floor balcony on the west side of the terrace, and he ought to come running at the sound of a dog whistle. This is where you come in. The thing is, I reckon you're the only person that can get near that damn dog without risking a serious mauling. Which means only you can put this collar on him. The object that Sir Spencer wants hidden is concealed inside. You're the only person I can trust with this. Of course, you'll get something out of it as well. Remember that certain item that you've always wanted to get a hold of? Well, in exchange for your services, I just might be able to get it for you. This could work out well for the both of us. So there's a balcony hanging on the second floor balcony on the west side of the terrace. I've got to use a dog whistle on that balcony. The dog will come, and I've got to put a collar on the dog, and then I get an item for doing that. Interesting. I have no idea how that would work. Is there like something in the collar that I can only get if it's put on that dog? And where is that collar? Dog whistle. By blowing into it, it generates frequencies only audible to the ears of dogs. You can call a dog with this whistle. Okay. Have I been on a terrace? On the second floor? On the western side? I don't think I have. I think no. I've mostly been exploring the east side of the mansion so far. I haven't really done much on the west side yet. Okay. I think I need to go back to the item storage room to drop off some more items. It's through here, isn't it? Yeah. Why did I come this way around? I could have gone out through that room. Actually, I've just noticed on the map it still says that room's in progress. Is there something that I missed in here? Oh. I've got a feeling watching me play through this game might be more frustrating than fun. Because I just keep doing stupid things like this. Okay, what was it that I've missed? An open journal, the pages are blank. Oh, there's something there. What is that? Oh my god! I can't carry any more items. I'm not coming back here. You know what? I'm combining these two. Just so I can pick up this item. Yes, I will take the lighter. Please tell me there's nothing else in here. Oh, there's something else in here. What else is in here? Oh, now she'll read it. Botany, uses of medical herbs. It is well known fact that there exists many plants that are credited with medicinal healing powers. Since ancient times, mankind has been healing wounds and diseases using various plants. In this book, we will sample 3 herbs that are native of the Arklay Mountains and briefly outline each of their medicinal qualities. Each herb has a distinct colour and a distinct medicinal quality. The green herb recovers physical strength. The blue herb neutralizes natural toxins. However, the red herb has no real effects by itself. We have found that mixing green and red herbs results in a magnified effect. We will outline the effects of red herbs when mixed with other herbs when we have more data. Meanwhile, feel free to experiment on your own, for true knowledge is only acquired through experience. If I remember rightly, you can also combine green and blue, and it will make a herb that heals and neutralizes poison at once. But I think that's very situational. So I don't really think it's all that useful to do that. Unless maybe you're fighting a boss that can poison and hit you at the same time, maybe? I don't remember if a boss like that exists in this game, but it wouldn't surprise me if it did. Right. Put this in here. Put this in here. Put this in here, because I still haven't found any use for those yet. Still don't know what to do with that blue gem. I've had it for a while. Now, let's go to the west side of the mansion, because I feel like I haven't explored the west side very much. There must be more doors that I can unlock with this sword key that I haven't yet. Gotta set the way to get some last minute stuff before this weekend. Good luck. Don't die. Thank you, David. And I'll try not to, although I can't make any promises. Have I tried these doors yet? I'm sure I will have done. It's locked. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've definitely tried these doors.
Barry.
Jill, got any good news?
Other than I'm still alive in this madhouse? No.
Can't say it's much safer here either. We'd better secure our escape route first. There's gotta be a back door somewhere.
All right then, let's split up again.
Hey, hold on a sec. Look what I've found.
What?
A can of fizz. It's sure to yellow and mellow those things. It's yours. Hopefully you won't have to use it.
Fizz? Acid shells. I thought it was offering me a can of pop. How? I was like, how is that going to help against zombies? Oh, here's a can of Coke. That'll sure to help you against the zombies.
What about you?
Oh, don't worry. I like the buddy system we have here.
I see. Thanks, I'll take it.
See you later.
Ciao.
Don't have any way of using them though. Guess I need some sort of like rocket launcher. Okay, let's have a look. There's a door on this side that I haven't tried opening yet. Have I tried opening that door? Actually, I think I have. I think it's locked on from the other side, if I remember rightly. Yeah. But there are definitely I'm sure there are doors over here that I can unlock now. There must be. So let's try that door at the end of this balcony. Yay! Here I come. Use the lockpick. Well, let's just see what it is. Is this leading me outside again? I always feel uneasy going outside. Yeah. I reckon this is the balcony that it mentioned in that note. Have I got the one dog whistle still? I haven't. Okay, that door's unlocked. I'm not going to go through it because there's really no need to. Richie! Hey! Welcome to the stream. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Playing Resident Evil Remake. It's the first time I've ever played this game. I played the original on the PS1 before. This is the first time I've ever played the remake. Good, thanks. Just logged into work. Oh, I'm sorry, Richie. Unless you enjoy work. But I haven't met anybody that does yet. Why does this game have slowdown every so often? I need to look into that after this stream. See if it's something that can be fixed for next stream. There's no, let's be real, there's no way I'm getting through this game in one stream, that's for sure. Oh god. No, no, no. Alex, I pressed the wrong button. Where is this zombie? Oh, there it is. Let's just go. Oh! What the hell? Oh my god. I don't know how people... How do people get around the mansion without killing stuff in the harder difficulties? Yeah, I don't think there's any way past this. Please die! No, 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 no! Oh, I'm gonna have to use a dagger. Is it dead? Okay. Well, escape. Yeah. Oh god. I'm trying to conserve my ammo, but I feel like I'm not doing a particularly good job. Looks like this one's been dead for several hours. But I don't know if I said that. I don't know if I'm actually doing a good job or not. Because I don't know what a lot of ammo is in reference to this remake. Man, this game brings me back. Never played it. Never played it. The story, the reason is because I've known about this game for a long time. Due to the remaster that originally came out on the PS3, I think, or in that generation. That's when I first saw it. And I always assumed that it was just a remaster of the original PS1 game, and the only difference was the graphics. So I just skipped it because looking at the screenshots, at the time I thought to myself that I kind of preferred the way the original game looked, if I'm honest. But that might just be like nostalgia talking. But I very recently, David actually, told me that it was actually based off of a GameCube game, which I've never had a GameCube, because I never even knew that this game was even released on the GameCube. And a part of the GameCube game was actually a remake of the original PS1 game with new content and like a lot of new stuff, which has made playing through this game more interesting to me, which is why I'm here now. So I never had a GameCube. I knew about Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil 4, but I didn't know that this game was on this game was on the GameCube. Or at least if I did, at any point, I just assumed it was just a port of the original PS1 game. Is there anything that I want to store? Store these because they're useless right now. Let's get the dog whistle. But I haven't got the collar that the note mentioned. When was the last time that I saved? I feel like it's been a while actually since I saved. I feel like I have made a lot of progress now, so I might actually save it. I feel like I'll be going quite far back if I ended up dying now. And of course I'm saving on different slots because I always do. Right, let's put the ink ribbons back. And I guess I'll go to the balcony again. Where was the balcony again? Yeah. I guess I'll go back to that balcony and try using the dog whistle and just seeing what happens. This way. Plus I'm not really in a rush to try and get past that zombie. The question is, where do I use it on the balcony? Can I just use it anywhere on the balcony? I feel like using it down here sort of makes the most sense. Let's try it. We blew the dog whistle. Oh! Oh, it has a... yes! It has a collar on its neck. Oh, God. Oh! God, this isn't going well. No! Oh, my God! Okay, I'm gonna have to use a knife. Okay. Well, that could have gone better, but it could have gotten worse as well. Collar. Yes. Did this one have anything? Doesn't look like it. There's a switch where you press it. Yes. Ooh, what's that? Coin was hidden inside the collar. Coin. Is that always is that the armor emblem? Yay! It changed it to the shape of a key. Imitation of a key. Shaped like a key, but lacks the rigidity to be used as... oh. Wait. So it's just shaped like a key? Does that mean I can't use it? Imitation of a key. I can't remember where there was a... armor door. So I'm not sure where I can even try it. Probably don't need the dog whistle anymore. Discard. Well, may as well if you're asking me to. Okay, where else is there left to go? Let's go back downstairs because we're avoiding going where that zombie is for now. If I could avoid fighting zombies, I feel like that's the best thing to do. That's just a save room. There's no need to go in there just yet. What is over here? Oh God. Oh God, are we gonna get dogs coming through the windows? Okay. Use the lockpick. Let's see what's through here. Where are we? What's this? Will you take the battery pack? Oh, what's this? Broken shotgun. Wait, where's the battery pack? Battery pack. Oh, interesting. I do still have a dagger though. Wait, what? Survival knife. Oh, is this not one of the defensive ones? Oh, it does look different actually. I assume this is just a defensive one, but I don't think it is. ribbon. I will take them for sure. Means I've got 9 ink ribbons, I think. So I think I'm doing pretty well for ink ribbons at the minute. What's the storage like? I'm gonna have to go back, aren't I? Don't know what I'm gonna need a broken shotgun for. Broken shotgun. Let's combine them with them. And let's put that in here as well. So I can't imagine myself really using that, honestly. I need as much space, free space as I can get. See if I can lock the door at the end of this corridor. Corridor? Corridor. Oh, it's locked. Oh, I do have the emblem, armor emblem though, key. It's not necessary to use this right now. Imitation of a key. Can I somehow turn this into a real key? Like, with like a mold or something? Imitation of a key. Shaped like a key, but lacks the rigidity to be used as one. How is this useful? There must be some use for this, unless it's just... unless the game's like just trolling me or something? No, Resident Evil isn't really the sort of game to do that, I don't think. I reckon at some point I can use that key. Oh my god, I think I know what I've got to do with it. Wait, no. The room with the blades of death. I reckon what I have to do is I have to go into that room, pick up the real key. I never checked to see what that key was. Maybe that was the real armor key. And then I can replace it with this fake one. And then it will deactivate the trap and then I can leave with the key. I bet that's what I've got to do. So let's... How do I get back to there from here? So I go up the stairs. Okay, up the stairs. And okay, I've got it. Oh, take the mouse off the screen. That must be it. That must be it. It has to be. There's no other way use that this key could have, surely. Oh god, no. I'm going round the long way, it looks like. Okay. So it's at the end of this corridor. Get the bearings. Yeah, so it's down here. And then around here. None of the zombies have come back to life yet. Remake! The bloody timing! I can't believe that happened as soon as I said that. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I really hope this works. Because if it doesn't, I really don't know. Okay. May whoever find. Start again. May whoever take this emblem find peace in death. Okay. No, let me open the inventory. Let me open the inventory! God, no. Use. That was the fake one that I put in there, wasn't it? I don't actually know if I put the right one in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Is the blade still coming this way? Oh no, it's not. Okay, good. And it is the real armor key. Okay. It's locked. An emblem of a helmet carved into the lock. Oh, I'm so glad I figured that one out. Right, so now I need to find all the doors with the armor emblems on them. Can't not remember where they all are though. It's probably just another. I'm just gonna have to just go around the mansion, just trying every locked door. What am I like for inventory? I might pick up one of these actually while I'm here. Ah! Ah! No! That actually made me jump! Oh my god. Okay, so where am I going now? Now that I've run away from that. Might have to use this. Do not like the sounds of that at all. Are you gonna attack me? I think I'm fine. It might have been unnecessary to walk slowly past them. I don't know. Well, actually. Oops! Ah! No. Splash screen. I don't know if you're still there, Richie, but I'll shout you out. Riot. I think I've got that right. No, that's not right, is it? Oh, it's 2 T's. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna copy and paste it. There we go. That's probably the easier way of doing it. And I'll... don't know why this game automatically minimizes when I click on anything. It's not even on the same monitor. Oh! Oh my god! No! Ah! No! Open the door! I've jinxed it, haven't I? I've jinxed it. They're all coming back for me now. It's like, as soon as I said... as soon as I said that none of them have come to life yet, they all start coming back to life. Okay, what's in here? Wooden counter made of oak. It gives us a pleasant aroma like fine wine. There's an ink ribbon there though. No? Ink ribbon? Yes. How many was that? 3. Maybe the ink ribbons aren't as limited as I remember them to be. There's something else that I'm missing in here. There's a puzzle with the piano, if I remember rightly, but I can't remember how it works. Expensive looking grand piano. On the PS1 version, there was definitely a puzzle that has something to do with that piano. I'm sure of it, but I can't remember the specifics and how it works. I think that is what I am missing. Oh. What's she? Oh! Didn't even realise I could come down further this way. What have we got here? Will you take the musical score? Okay, this will be to do with the piano puzzle, I reckon. Musical score, nope. A section of the music is missing, leaving only the beginning and the end of the music. Okay. Something, this actually kind of looks like the wooden boards that I picked up earlier. Is it something to do with that, I wonder? Maybe if I combine the two? What happens if I try using it on the piano? Nope, not the gun. No. Oh god, I'm gonna have to leave the room. I'm gonna have to fight that zombie. There's no way out. Round it, I'm gonna have to confront the zombie. No. No. Oh my god. Oh my god! What a disaster! Oh no. Oh no. I tried running away from him, but he was like, nope, you're not getting away from me. When was the last time I saved it? Fight your fears and survive. Oh god, I don't even know what I haven't done now. Was this before or after I did the whole thing with the dogs? What's in my inventory? Oh no, I have to do that with the dogs again. Oh no! I should have saved it. Damn it. Oh no, what a disaster. Oh, I can't believe how far back I've gone. Bollocks. Well, not much I can do about that now. So, back up the stairs into the balcony I go. I might have to be a bit less, what's the word? Stingy with my saves. At least I have a fair idea of what I need to do to get back to where I was before. Okay, I used it here last time. No. No. Come on. Have I got no defensive daggers left? I just sworn I had some when I... Oh no! Oh my god. This is embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. Oh my god. Oops. Oh no. And now I've loaded the wrong save. Ah! I'm failing so hard right now. Okay. How do I... I thought it would have at least said, "Are you sure?" Okay. Yeah, why wasn't she using her knife? The dagger? I don't understand. Put that back. Nope. Combine ammo with my gun. And let's try that again. Maybe if I put myself in a better position. Maybe if I put myself up against the edge of the corridor, maybe? With the back to it, then they can't start circling around me. There has to be a better way of handling it than what I am doing. I mean, there's probably people who... let's be real, there's probably people who could do this without getting hit at all. What's going here? You don't need to use them now? Can't I pick one up? Okay. Maybe if I position myself here. Oh, it won't give me much place to move though. try this again. Let's try this again. From here. No, not this. Not again. Use your dagger, please. Why isn't she using it? Oh my god! Okay. Oh my god. I suck at this game. I actually suck at this game. Oh my god. Okay. Press the switch. Coin was hidden. Nothing unusual. Where is nothing unusual? Harry Brown! How are you? Welcome to the stream. Are you face palming at how much I suck right now? Is that what's happening? Oh god. I don't know what it is. Hello! How are you? Hope you're doing well. Okay. First time I killed them, it did not go that badly. I don't understand why I wasn't using the dagger. Okay. There's only enough room for a few uses. Oh, use them. Oh, okay. Interesting. So they can be used if I'm injured, but they can't be picked up and taken with me. I'm here so you don't suck anymore. Thank you, Harry. Okay, so I've got the invitation key, so I need to go back to... I've already done this part before, but I died from a zombie that resurrected. I don't know if you saw. And it took me quite far back. The first time I fought those two dogs, it did not go quite as badly. Didn't go particularly well, but it didn't go as badly as that, that's for sure. Okay, so... how did I get... okay, yeah. Yeah. Let's get the wheel key again. I still don't understand why they slow down. Nope. Get rid of the knife when you can. Oh, the survival knife. Gotcha, will do. Right, okay. So let's get this. And once I've done this, I'm roughly back to where I was before I died. It's almost useless. Okay, I'll need to get to a safe room then. There's no point checking the door behind me because I know that that one's locked already. I probably need to examine this actually. There's an engraving of armor. Before I open this door, probably an idea that I have a plan of where to go next. I can't remember which door it was that I unlocked to get into that room with the piano. Let's get back to the save room and get rid of the knife. I'm going to pick up these as well on my way. Oh my god. It's exactly what happened last time as well. It made me jump last time too. Run. Ah! Okay. This way and then down the stairs. And I'm at the safe room. I think I will save it again because I ain't doing that dog part again. Not a chance. Nice up there, I know, right? Don't like the looks of that door. Dread to think what I'm doing. Did I just hear a door open? Okay. Into a safe room. The shit is hitting the fan right now, it feels like. I think as soon as you pick up that armor key, it seems like all the zombies that I killed before have come back to life. And are way more dangerous than they were before as well. Okay, so let's get rid of this. I feel like I only really need to carry one herb. Oh, got to take an ink ribbon out. Where did I find the other? Oh, it was in that room with the piano. Yeah. There was 3 ink ribbons in there, but I haven't picked them up since I died. Okay. Maybe I should start carrying the shotgun around with me now. Now that the enemies are starting to get harder. I'll stick with what I've got for now. If I end up dying again, at least I'll only come back to here. And then I will pick up the then I'll just start using the shotgun at that point if I feel like it's necessary. lurking for a bit. No problem, pancakes. Okay, so where is there I can go from here? There are 2 locked doors above me. I don't know where they go, because I didn't come down here last time. So let's see where these lead to. Wait, this seems familiar. No, I have been here before. But this was before I died. This was before I died, so I have been here before. So I remember this broken shotgun. I don't know what the broken shotgun is for, but I definitely have picked it up. And this must have been where I found the ink ribbons as well. But I definitely found more at a piano room too. Sure I did. Do I need to go back again? Don't need it anymore. Don't need... What anymore? The shotgun? The broken shotgun? Yeah. It's weird that I find it and I don't even need it, like, straight away. I think what I was probably meant to do was replace the normal shotgun with the broken shotguns at the trapped room that I almost become a Jill sandwich in. Doesn't crush me or attempt to crush me, but I don't really understand how that would be different, make a difference, considering I don't think there's any need to go back into that room anymore. Okay, let's try that other room. I'm beginning to wonder if I'd be being better off using tank controls. So every time I get a scene change like that, it throws me off. Okay, what's in here? Still need to find a key. Where the hell? Oh, what's all this? Oh, I remember this. I do remember this from the PS1 version. I can't remember how you deal with it though. The lid on this water pump is open. Pump the water. Which way will you turn the switch? I might leave that for now. I don't think I can do anything here right now. Green, red. Wonder where the red leads. No, I can't go down there. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. It hasn't been that long since I saved it. So worst case scenario, I can just go back. Try the green one. See what that does. That didn't seem to help. Let's try the red one. See what that does. Red. Let's see what that does. Nope, that doesn't seem to help. No, I'll come back to there later. I vaguely remember it from the PS1 version, but I can't remember how you deal with it. I haven't been down here. Let's see what's down here. What is with the slowdown? I don't understand. Okay, what have we got here? There's an inscription here. A tiger glowing with blue and yellow light. Tiger glowing with blue and yellow light? I wonder, because I haven't found a use for that blue gemstone yet. Maybe the blue gemstone has something to do with it? Oh god, yeah. I need as many of these as I can get my hands on. Shelf is full of high-proof liquor. The door is stuck. Something won't budge. Oh god, that doesn't look good. I want to turn that to manual, but it doesn't seem to be on manual. That must have been... I must have changed that before I died. And after I saved it before. Where was it? Yeah, I must have done. I feel like it's not always necessary to do that. Well, I used 3 knives and some of my battery to do that, to get 1 battery. I don't know if that was worth it. It doesn't appear to be anything else in here. It does say that it's red though. So there's something in this room that I'm missing. What am I missing? Oh, there's something underneath the desk. Keeper's Diary, May 9th, 1998. Played poker tonight with Scott and Elias from security and Steve from research. Steve was the big winner, but I think he was cheating, scumbag. One of the higher-ups assigned me to take care of a new creature. It looks like a skinned gorilla. Feeding instructions were to give it live animals. When I threw in a pig, the creature seemed to play with it, tearing off the pig's legs and pulling out the guts before it actually started eating. At around 5 AM, Scott woke me up, scared the shit out of me too. He was wearing a protective suit. He handed me another one and told me to put it on, said there'd be an accident in the basement lab. I just knew something like this would happen. Those bastards in research never sleep, even on holiday. I've been wearing the damn spacesuit since yesterday. My skin's getting grimy and feels itchy all over. The goddamn dogs have been looking at me funny, so I decided not to feed them today. Screw 'em. Went to the infirmary because my back is all swollen and feels itchy. They put a big bandage on it and told me I didn't need to wear the suit anymore. All I want to do is sleep. Found another big blister on my foot this morning. I ended up dragging my foot all the way to the dog's pen. They were quiet all day. This is weird. Then I realised some of them had escaped. Maybe this is their way of getting back at me for not feeding them the last 3 days. If anybody finds out, I'll have my head handed to me. Rumours going around that a researcher who tried to escape the estate last night was shot. My entire body feels hot and itchy and I'm sweating all the time now. I scratched a swelling on my arm and a piece of rotten flesh just dropped off. What the hell's happening to me? Fever gone, but itchy. Today, hungry and eat doggy food. Itchy, itchy. Scott came ugly face, so killed him. Tasty. Okay. Itchy, tasty. Yeah, it's just him slowly turning into a zombie. Is that everything in here? Yeah. Where else have I not been yet? I've not been in that red room down... Not red room. The one with the red door down here. Let's have a look. Aha! Wait, I think this was the room with the piano, if I remember rightly. Yes, it is. And there was a musical score behind this cupboard. Not cupboard. Shelf. Shelf case. Okay. I think this has something to do with that wooden board thing that I found, but that's only a guess. A section of the music is missing, leaving only the beginning and the end of the music. And then I ended up dying when I came out of here because one of those fast zombies just stun locked me to death. Well, there's nothing else in this room. So, knowing full well that there's a zombie... So there's a zombie somewhere around here. One of those harder zombies. But because I came... Because last time I came through from either this door or that door. And I got its attention. And as soon as I left, it just... So, hopefully this time I'll be fine. Let's see what's down those stairs. If I can help it, I want to try and avoid getting that zombie's attention. I've been down here before. Can't remember why I couldn't open the door though at the bottom. Use the sword key. No further use for the key. Discard. Yes. I could have opened this door ages ago. I had the sword key for a while. This doesn't look pleasant. Start from the other side. Oh! Need as many of these as I can get my hands on. And same with these. How does it seem to be turned on? Okay. So is there nothing else in here of interest? Bunch of spices you've never seen before. Oh no, it's not. It's 100% items, and both. I did check this door, didn't I? Yeah, both these doors are locked. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Come on, Jill, you faced plenty of these zombies before. Oh. I didn't ask her to do that. I swear I forgot a manual. Maybe it's because I'm mashing to try and get them off me. Let's just go. No need to kill something if I don't need to. Okay. Let's go back to the save room and have a look at that wooden board. I feel like maybe I can combine the wooden board with that musical score. The only thing I'm basing that off of is the fact that they both look similar. And I was told earlier in the stream when I first found the wooden board that I needed another item first to use it as well. So there's all guesswork. I have played the PS1 version of this game quite a few times, but that was a long time ago. So I'm still... A lot of this... I'm not sure how much of this is new and how much of this is just stuff that I can't remember. Can these be combined? No. Well, that's that theory out of the out of the window. Paper attached on the inside. Nothing is written on it. What could that possibly be used for? Is there anywhere that I haven't been yet? Okay, I haven't tried here, I don't think. So I'll do that now. See if that takes me anywhere useful. Or if I can even go there. Which way I'm going? Yeah. Still don't know what to do with the wooden board. Still don't know what to do with the blue gem. Still not sure what to do about the plant in that room in here. I know the music board, the music score has something to do with the piano, but I'm guessing I'm missing a piece. After this stream, and before I stream this game again, I'm going to have to figure out what's causing this slowdown. It can't possibly be that the PC is not powerful enough. I mean, the PC is hardly top high end, but it's definitely powerful enough to handle this game. Actually, there's something... This room isn't 100%ed, which means that there's something in this room that I'm missing too. What am I missing from this room? Ah! How did I go all this time without noticing that? Something unusual. Gold all around the edges due to frequent fitting. Something else that I'm missing in this room. I've only just noticed, only recently noticed about the whole 100% items in progress items. It's probably why early when I was in here at the beginning of the game I just didn't notice that. Oops. No. Don't want to show that off. Not that it really matters. I've already shown my desktop twice on this stream anyway, so what's this way? Oh, can I go indentations to the right and left of the door? Nope, I did not mean to do that twice. Can I unlock this door now? I can't. Surprising. So... There's two rooms there that I haven't been in yet. So let's try those. What was out here again? It's saying that I haven't collected everything from out here. Oh, of course it's the red herbs that it's probably referring to. Oh my god! No! Okay. Not this. Can I just run? Oh, okay. I don't think there's any reason to go back out there. I think it's just referring to those herbs. And I'm purposefully not picking them all up. Just to not take up too much space in my inventory. What the frick? Oh my god, no. No, 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 no. Okay, what's in these rooms here? It's locked. Spencer family emblem is carved into the doorknob. Is this the Spencer family emblem? No. God. Yes. I've been told that I need to conserve ammo as much as possible, which is why I'm reluctant to kill things. Okay. Picture of a Valiant wearing a bracelet. It's set in yellow stained glass. There's a switch here. Press it. Let's leave it for now. Something tells me I probably need to press this in order. There's probably a clue somewhere as to what that order is. I'm walking because I don't know, I just feel like that running will get the bird's attention. That's just a head theory though, I don't know if it's actually true. Lisa, protected by the three spirits. A picture of a woman wearing a bracelet, a necklace, and a crown. There's a switch at the bottom of the picture. Press it. Green crown, a purple necklace, and an orange bracelet. Picture of a Valiant wearing a bracelet. It's set in yellow stained glass. There's a switch here. Press it. Picture of a sage wearing a necklace. It's in red stained glass. But the one that she's wearing is purple. So is there a purple one with a necklace in it maybe? Maybe that's the clue. A picture of a saint wearing a crown set in yellow stained glass. So I probably need to find a green one with a crown and a purple one with a necklace. Maybe, but they're both these crown ones are yellow though. You know what? I'm just gonna start running. I'm sure it's fine. Is this a clue? Title is written as follows. Bring the light of truth to the three spirits. Bring the light of truth. So they're the same on both sides. It's like on the opposite side of this painting is the exact same one. Let's just press the button. Let's just see what happens. Oh! Okay, each time I press it, it changes colour maybe? Let's turn to its original colour. I think it does need to be orange. I think the one that she was wearing in that painting was orange. What happens if I press this one? Will it turn purple? Deep red. Okay. Okay. Picture of a saint wearing a crown set in yellow glints. Orange. No, it needs to be green. Maybe if I press the switch on both sides, it will change colour further. Say it turned pure white. Ah, it's a blue light. So if I turn this light off, it should be green. Right? Yes! Okay, so what colour is this light? Red. It was red already. So let's turn this one off. I'm guessing the light on the other side will be blue, and that will turn it purple. Right? Yeah. And this one's right now. Orange. That's right, that has to be it. These are protected by the three spirits. A picture of a woman wearing a bracelet, a necklace, and a crown. Search at the bottom of the picture. Okay, let's go for it. I think that was it! I think I did it! So what did I get for my troubles? A death mask! Well, it's not exactly what I was hoping for. Oh god, look at that. Bloody creepy. A death mask without a mouth. I'm guessing these are useless until I find all three of them. God. Where does this lead to? Where am I? Outside makes me really nervous in this game, I cannot lie. Outside is usually where you find the dogs. While I'm here, I guess I may as well use it. I'll probably be able to at least put it on the thing for now, even if it won't actually do anything, at least it won't be in my inventory. Which one would it go into? Which one is it? Yeah, mask without a mouth. Is that this one? Stone statue with a hole where the mouth should be. So is that this? What was this again? Oh, the shotgun shells. That's right. I remember now. Didn't have enough space in my inventory to pick them up the first time. Okay. So that mask hasn't really helped me progress. One place I have to check. That's here. I'm not actually been through there yet. I don't even checked that door. I don't even know if it's even locked or not. I don't know why I haven't actually. Quickest way to get to there will be through here. And just hope I don't die in the process. Trolls won't attack me. If I remember rightly though, This isn't pleasant to this side of the door. Nope. Not pleasant at all. Okay. Please not. Oh no! I forgot to flame for a second then. I'm really bad at handling these dogs. God, no. Something written in the indentation. Defiler of the accursed coffin. Oh, I guess I need to do something with that coffin with the masks before I can get through here. God. I've got no more healing items. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, I think I'm gonna die. I haven't saved it in a while either. Bollocks, bollocks, bollocks! No. Okay. Just get through this door. Is it anywhere where I can get to an item box safely? If I could get to the... How many more defensive items have I got? I mean, my health is not in a good way though. I really can't afford to take any more damage. Okay. Okay. I think I know of a route that I can get back to the item, to the safe room without running into any enemies, unless something else has spawned somewhere. I think I should be fine. So it's down this way. I really need to figure out what's causing that slowdown. Got it. Just double check, yeah. Please, no zombie. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to run around the other way. I feel like if that zombie soldier just breathes on me, I'm gonna end up dying. Oh no, not this. This zombie wasn't here before, I'm sure of it. Oh! I don't know what I did there, but I'm happy that it happened. No! No! I'm so close! god! Oh my god. So much for that being a safe way. Okay. What have I got for healing items? 3 green herbs. I'm gonna have to use a first aid spray. I think they'll get me to full. Can't lie, I genuinely thought I was screwed there for a minute. Or for longer than a minute. Where else is there left to go even? This door's locked. I can't open it yet. This door's locked. I can't open that one yet. I've already been in here. So I can't do anything with that. That door's locked. I can't go in there. That door's locked. I can't go in there. I think this is only referring to the fact that there's red herbs out there still for me to pick up. But I haven't got them yet. What is that? Oh, that might be the death mask room actually. I can't do anything with that yet. That room is locked. That room is locked, so I need the helmet key. I don't know about that door. Have I checked it since picking up the armor key? I can't remember if I have. In fact, same with all of these rooms. I'm not sure if I've tried any of these rooms since picking up the armor key. All these 3. No, I think that one might be the lift. Maybe. That's the room with the plant. I'm not sure what I meant to do in there yet. That's the room with the tiger's head, I think. I'm not sure what's doing there either. That's the room with the piano. I know what to do in there, but I just haven't got the music score yet. But I can't remember. I don't know where to get that from. And I don't know what it is that I'm missing in this room. I have no idea what I'm missing in there. Okay. I think I'm going to end the stream there. Thank you everyone who turned up to the stream. Thank you David, Pancakes, Harry, JT, Richie, Janie, Family Guy. I don't think I've missed anyone. You've all been amazing. It's been fun. I feel like I'm not doing well. I can't lie. I feel like I'm I'm going to struggle to make much progress. I feel like I may have used up too many bullets. I'm particularly worried about how many herbs I've used. So... is there anybody else streaming Resident Evil I could raid into? Let's have a look. There are, but nobody from within the LGBT category, and I like to try and keep my channel within the LGBT category if at all possible. I might just not raid anyone because I can't find anybody that I want to, and I'm probably just gonna start making food now anyway. So, yes. Thank you everyone who showed up. Thank you to all my lurkers. Thank you to everyone who's been in the chat. You've all been amazing. I love you all, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!